We go to the Bills. We talked about ADP, which is oftentimes, you can find a lot of value with ADP. You can. And one of the players I think that's a very easy snatch right now, especially in the top of the fourth round where he's going, James Cook. He got the bag, and this is why his ADP was pushed down. He wasn't in camp. We didn't know what to expect. Was he going to get a deal? The hold in. That's all over with now. He got the bag. Why is his ADP down here, Quan? I can't figure this part out.
Because everybody's chasing the Bucky Irvins and Chase Browns of the world and the Breece Halls as well. And that's pushing his ADP. Hey, I'm just saying that's pushing his ADP down where you have the two tight ends, going in the second round. I think James Cook is a valuable second round player, but I do think that him going in the third and fourth round in some of these drafts, you're stealing. You're coming away with an RB1 for their team where we saw Joe Brady use him efficiently. Like, again, he's a running back that played less than 50% of the snaps last year. Who cares? That's fine. So did Bucky Irvin. These guys can still find work and be used efficiently. And where he was used at, and he is still on a high-power offense, he led that team in goal line carries and in red zone touches. First time since 2019 that's happened where Josh Allen wasn't that guy. So Joe Brady understands the assignment and how to utilize him. And the good news is that we got Ray Davis. Love him to death. He's explosive. He could be used in the passing game, etc. But he ain't James Cook. He can't take over that mantle. I do feel like, Ty Johnson, he's a third down back, one of the best in the league, we could say. He's going to be involved in this offense. So I think a lot of people get scared with the multiple heads and the multiple mouths and the less usage than your workhorse running backs, where he is easily falling into your lap in these rounds in the third and fourth round.
He's the part that I love right now is he's going fourth round. So if you do go heavy receiver, you're getting an elite back. The one question mark I have is, can he replicate the 16 touchdowns we saw last year? That was at least my biggest question coming into the season.
Yeah.
Without a contract, it would have been much easier for me to say, I think Ray Davis is going to take some of that workload. I think Ty Johnson, they're going to not try to pay him, right? But he got his bag. So what do you do with the running back that gets their bag? You use the shit out of him. That's what you do. It's time to use your weapons. So
what's the first thing Brandon Beane said in that interview? As soon as he paid him, he was like, yeah, we look at him as an every down back.
Every down back.
That's what Mr. Beane said.
TDs this year.
What? Easy. Bro. And the thing is, like, folks will come at you just and say, oh, he's not going to do 16 touchdowns again. There's no way. Regression. Cool. Regression. Sometimes that's 14, 13 touchdowns. I'm still cool with that. What are we talking about? What we're chasing is opportunity.
Let's talk about this then. So right now you said you would cool him in the second round, prefer him in the third. Obviously, he's a steal going in the fourth right now. Is the RB 13 off of the board. Yeah. I know you mentioned Breece Hall. So let's do a quick price check right now. You taking Alvin Kamara or James Cook?
Damn, Josh, you coming like that?
Yeah, we starting there. I'm just going based off ADP. He's RB 15 based on ADP.
What's crazy is I got Cook as my RB 12, and then I got Alvin Kamara at 13. It's a toss-up. But for this, I'll go Alvin Kamara because there's nothing around him. Like, that offense is cooked.
Yeah, I like Alvin Kamara slightly more than James Cook. James Cook,
but you know what? You know what, though? Backpedal real quick. Alvin Kamara, he's going to get looked at as a household name. So likely he's off the board already before James Cook, no matter where I have him ranked. Because, again, when we talk about the third and fourth round where James Cook is going, also Kamara's in that range as well, where somebody be like, the same thinking I had, or a household name. Like we got to think about folks that are drafting.
Yeah, if you're at that 3, if you're at the 9 spot or the 10 spot, and you're at the turn, you're gonna have to make the decision: which one do I take? Do I take Cook or do I take Kamara? And it might be easier to get James Cook on the back end than it will be to get Alvin Kamara on the back.
Correct.
End. Great.
You
point.
Follow me. Correct.
Great
but
point.
What was the next one you just said?
James Cook or Breece Lightning? I kind of think the
James
same thing
Cook. Don't even finish the same James Cook, brother. I am taking James.
I like Breece Hall better, but I'm kind of thinking the same thing because Breece Hall is falling right now due to all the narratives around him. So you can get Breece Hall in the fourth round very easily right now. He's slipping to the fourth round where I think he has a ton of upside. So James Cook, I still like Breece Hall over James Cook. You like James Cook? James Cook or Chase Brown?
Chase Brown. And I say that because, again, they're already looking at him as the RB1. We don't have any speculation of Zach Moss anymore. There's no trading for Khalil Herbert. The closer we get to week 1, the more I'm humbling myself, moving him up in the ranks, which I have. And I'm moving him up there just based on what this offense is going to be looking like. They're going to throw the ball a ton. This defense still sucks. He has made himself an implement of this passing game. So PPR upside, if he comes away with 50 catches, that is a huge win. If he comes away with like 75 to 85 targets, then we're talking more than 50 catches. Like, this is actually a place where he could be.
Give me James Cook. All that, whatever you just said, I ain't listening. Give me James Cook for the touchdown upside because he's still
there. You go.
He's gonna catch.
As long as you're chasing it for that.
Big plays. Huh?
No, and then think about that's a good point. Like, folks just tapped in right now. That's a good point because I don't think Chase Brown is as good in the red zone as a James Cook. He's not. I don't know if they're going to be running the ball as that much in the red zone. I got to look it up. That's a stat definitely I could look up. How often are the Bengals running the ball in the red zone? Joe Mixon not there no more. You know what I mean?
You get the floor. You get that floor with Chase Brown with the pass catching, but I think the touchdowns are just there's no reason for them to move off of what they did last year to protect their quarterback. That's
absolutely. Who got paid last year?
Couple more. James Cook. Yeah, you got to keep Josh Allen there. James Cook or Kyron?
James Cook. And we spoke about this. I feel a little worried about Kyron's usage in the red zone, and I'm a little worried about his usage overall. Jarquez Hunter, Blake Corum, these are literally RB2s. And honestly, if we take anything from this preseason, they want to use these backup running backs. They've been getting a lot of burn. They've been rotating them a lot. It's been a healthy rotation between the two, where last preseason, we really just didn't really see any type of competition for Kyron. It's kind of the Kyron show. I think this year there's a new agenda of what they want to do. They want to get back to being that top 10 rushing attack. They want to get back to that 1-2 punch that we've seen a little bit of earlier in the McVay's years. And I think a lot of people have this workhorse narrative. I get it. But just go back to 2020 or 2022. You look at that time frame. You look at the Malcolm Browns in the world. You look at the Cam Akers. You look at Kyron in the mix as well, where, you know, he got hurt his rookie year. There's always been a sense of like, we need to keep this running back room fresh. We need to keep the legs fresh. And I think when we get to the red zone area, that's my biggest concern for Kyron. Those touchdowns, there will be regression there.
Man, that's coming from the Rams guy. That's tough.
That's what I'm saying.
I got Kyron ahead of him, but it's kind of hearing that you the insider, so I got to trust you.
I don't want to be labeled as the insider. You're the insider, closely. But because listen, when folks are screaming my ear off about Darrell Henderson or who to pick up, I told folks to pick up Darrell Henderson, but they faded me. And then what happened? Darrell Henderson over Ronnie Rivers. I've told people not to draft Cam Akers. When I come to this backfield, when it comes to the Rams backfield, I know my shit. I don't want to be popping off as an arrogant guy, but I know what it feels like. It's not that I know what I'm reading or what I know what I feel, because I've been here before to watch the tendencies and actions that this coaching staff and the Rams in general have been doing.
Like I said, it's tough to hear as somebody who has Kyron. I might have to adjust the rankings one time, my boy.
Brother, the touchdowns, that's what we want. But I feel like he's not going to have that many opportunities that James Cook is going to have when they're going to hand him the rock.
It's funny because I feel like that is the one thing that knocked down James Cook for a lot of people was the fact that he was doing the hold in, that he wasn't there, and he's there now. The contract signed. The usage is going to be the same. So